Hi guys, Ronda with That in H here. Okay, so I have been doing the ICAD 2020 for 61 days, June and July. One ICAD card a day, which is index card a day. It's a journaling system. And I use it, but I don't do it every day. So mine is index card any day, which could be, less, which it is actually. But I want to catch up, and I thought I'd just turn the video camera on and let you do this with me, if you will. I'm behind. Yesterday, I made a bunch of these, and I've been lining them so they're nice and sturdy. They're a journaling card, and I am working on right now a retro kitchen journal. And so these can be used in that journal. I thought, rather than just make them whatever, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, but I don't kill birds. Let me be very clear about that. I love birds. So I don't know why I even said that. Scratch that. Okay. But I have been catching up on my cards. This one was meant to go this away. This away. And I have these others that I have already posted, and I'm not going to do a video about those. But in counting all my cards, I have 23, and today is the 26th, so I'm 3 days behind. It also just happens to be my hubby, his birthday today. So, got a strawberry pie thing going on. He had severe allergies as a child and couldn't have eggs, period. He can have them now, but he couldn't as a child, and so he couldn't have cake for his birthday. So his mom made him strawberry shortcake or strawberry pie for his birthday, and so that's what he loves. And I don't do strawberry pie. But just between you and me and the fence post here, I have made arrangements with one of my friends who is baking him a strawberry pie. Now, he does think he's getting strawberry shortcake that I have made him Bisquick method. I thought it was odd, but that's what he was used to. That's what he loved. So I've been doing that. So that's what he thinks he's getting. But I have a surprise, and I'm going to go pick up later today a wonderful pie made by a friend. So he's going to get his strawberry pie. Anyway, okay, so I need 3 cards, 3 by 5 inch size. And I have just been using some of my recipe cards. I've just been pulling out things to be the base and then adding collage and then stitching them. I have a few more. Stitching, how many do I have? I have 3 that are prepared. So I can go ahead and get these 3 done and get caught up. So, all right. So let's just start. Any old where. This looks good. We're going to turn this into a card. We'll fold it so that we know it's at least 3 inches. I'll get my handy glue stick and glue it down so it will be nice and sturdy. And I actually really enjoy doing collage. And so this has been really quite fun. I'm complaining about it because I'm behind, but that's, I didn't have to be behind. That's a choice. And maybe we'll use that for another one. So I'll go ahead and measure. And my cards are actually, they're not quite 5 inches wide. So I'm just going to, it's just a hair under, which is fine. So I can choose, so this will be the front, or this will be the front. And let's just go with this. So what I want to do, keeping in line with my retro theme, I have a bunch of images that I have cut out. So I've got some different things that I can pick from. I have also coffee dyed some pink paper. This journal, I am leaning to the pinks, and so I absolutely have been utilizing that. Here's some of the pink cherry that I've been using on my side snips and other things as well. So we've definitely got some things to work with. Let me just show you a couple of these other ones. Now this is from, one of those, I have a whole bunch of those little books that are put out by like Pillsbury and Toll House. Just a whole bunch of little recipes for special occasions and that type of thing. And so this is one that actually, this is what it came from. I have no idea. This is a GE refrigerator company. This is like the how-to. But some of these images are just fun. And so I used this as my base page. These little, I guess that's an onion and that's butter. I don't know. Anyway, so I added some of this here, and then I layered it with this on top, and then I added a little bit of a recipe card here. Oh, and before that I put a little bit of lace. So here again I've got 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, 4 layers, 5 layers, and 1, 2, 3. So that's what I like to do. So we'll just continue doing that layering thing, but I don't want it to be exactly, like this one. And this is what I did with the previous one. I just took a really pretty image from one of my old cookbooks and printed, that, and then put this little saying. I don't have these in my Etsy store. If it's something that you guys would like, you can let me know, and I can certainly add that. But I have a little file that I have been using that I've just taken quotes off the internet from and printed them out. In fact, I'll show you. Here's my other sheet. This was my first trial. And I printed it too close to the top, so I reprinted it. But it has these quotes, and so I've just been cutting them up and using them, which is fun, which adds great, to what I'm doing. Now, this would be kind of cool to add another. I could actually add that to this. Let's pick an image or two and see what we want to highlight. I've got cremettes, carrots, got a hot dog. Here's a vintage gal, that retro feel We've got sandwich, and this is hot chocolate, guys. This is hot chocolate. I don't drink coffee. But for you, I'll pick up some coffee for you, if that's what you like. Okay, so it's just a matter of kind of finding something fun. You know, I kind of like this gal. Let's sort of see. And it doesn't have to be elaborate either. I want you to feel comfortable doing your own thing. And if you're not comfortable layering, putting tons of layers on, that's all right. It's your work. You don't have to. So I have this sheet of coffee dyed paper, and this is some just small printing that could be kind of cool. Let's see. Let's just give this a rip. By the way, you guys, I ordered off Amazon. It was supposed to come today, and then I got notice that it'll be here on Monday. I ordered a tear ruler. One of my nice subscribers had mentioned that there are videos out there that you can, do your own. And I actually, to be honest, I didn't look, I saw one video, but then I was like, oh yeah, I got this. And I didn't watch anymore. And I started to alter a plastic ruler, and I broke it to where I can't use the ruler for anything. So I said to myself, would you like to order a ruler from Amazon? And I answered and said, absolutely. So that's what I did. All right, let's bring my grungy little sheet here to catch all. I'm going to just go around this, and I'm using a sponge dauber. I ordered some more of these guys as well in a case that has a holder, and I think it includes 40 of these, so I can have one color for each ink or some of the inks that I use, because I have noticed that when I wash the sponge daubers, they never go completely clear again. But if I'm using them and they're a certain color, then it doesn't matter. I just use that color with the ink. Anyway, okay, so I am just very lightly going over this, and I was going to show you, it actually doesn't show up on this one very well, but let me show you on this, because the sponge dauber, actually using that to round it, it gives a little bit of texture in the inking that I think is kind of cool. And so I just wanted to sort of show you what that looks like. But I need to do one so you can, and maybe, maybe I'm just totally bizarre out there and you're like, wow, that's ugly, Rhonda. And I'd be like, okay. But can you see the additional kind of texture as the dauber, and I don't know if that's because my dauber right here is starting to wear and get a few little frays on it or not, but I really kind of like this look, and so whether it is or whether it isn't, I like that. It to me, it gives it just a little bit more texture, and I'm always, give me the crinkle, give me the texture, All right. So we've got this. All right. And I will go to my sewing machine when I'm done, and I don't have it set up to where I can show you the actual stitching, but I do have some videos that I have stitched. I just don't have my machine set up where it's handy at this time to be able to do that for you. So, what is she dreaming about? Is she dreaming about carrots? I don't think so. Could she be dreaming of her hot cocoa or her specialty coffee that she just... Oh, we don't know. It's hard to tell what could be. Okay, I'm going to take just a little bit of a break here, and I will be right back. It's hubby's birthday, and I'm treating him to lunch. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. That was a nice lunch. We went to Jimmy John's, and actually they have finally opened their restaurant for in-dining. And so we were able to go in and sit down. I didn't know this, but Jimmy John's has what they call an unwich, which is a sandwich that has no bread, and they wrap it in lettuce leaves. And we've been ordering those for a little bit now. And they also have what they call thinny chips, not skinny, but thinny, like really thin. Anyway, so that was kind of fun. And this was in the mailbox when we got home. I had ordered from Amazon some, since I've been working on this journal, retro journal, and I ordered some food. Okay, that's kind of cool, huh? And make some clusters or things with that. Little bit of decorating. Maybe we'll put some of those on our ICAD cards. And this is made in China. Navy Peony? I have no idea who that is, but I think I'm going to stick these on here. Let's see. Because I do my junk journaling, my own personal junk journaling on Sundays. And what that consists of is basically things that I do during the week, like current ephemera, not antique or vintage ephemera, but what we're looking for now, back in the day, that we're like, oh, yay, let's use that. I thought it would be fun to start collecting and putting in my journal some of the things that I'm doing and using currently. 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years from now, that will be vintage ephemera that my grandkids or great-grandkids might be like, oh! So anyway, so this one is, ooh, got some delicious chocolate something or other on there. And we've got some cake and some pie. All right, let's just unroll this for just a sec here. See what all we might have here. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. This will be fun. Okay, and it looks like this is lined. So it peels, so it's got two sides except for this part where it hooks together. So there's 2 of the 3. So what I was referring to, like the ephemera, chances are come this Sunday when I work on my own stuff, then I will put this in my journaling in some way. And maybe, you know, just put a note in there of what it is and what I've been working on. Sometimes it's easier for me to do my journaling that way than to try to sit down and have a blank page, or even if it's a pretty decorated page, looking at it and going, how do I feel? It just, sometimes those things don't come to me as easily. But if I'm putting things like this down, I can write, oh, these were some of the tags that were on the washi tape that I ordered this last week from Amazon as I'm working on yada yada. That is easy for me to do that way. All right. Here is the last one. Let's pull it out. Where does it come together? Here, I think. And I will show you. Oh, that's a cute cup. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and that's the repeat. Cute. All right. Well, we'll just keep this to the side here and see what happens. Alrighty, let me move this out of the way. We were working on this gal right here, and we were trying to decide, you know, I actually like this. It's simple, but I like it for something a little bit different. I also have this little set of stamps that I bought, I don't know, long time ago, that I could put something, we could add a little bit more, let's see, she could be dreaming about, maybe she's dreaming about hot dogs. Oh, my beloved hot dogs. Or maybe she's dreaming about some of this dessert. Yeah. Maybe. Or, now she could be saying, now you can be sad when you're holding a cupcake, but I need some cupcakes here if we do that. And I do have, let's see, I have these little guys that I could use. We could do something like you know, that's kind of crazy, but it's kind of silly, but I kind of like it. All right, but this blends too much with that, so I don't want those cupcakes. And I think I want to corner round this, so let's do that. So I surprised hubby. He wanted a strawberry pie for his birthday. He has issues with eggs. As a child, he could not have anything, you know, with, let's see, is that no cupcake? No cupcake in that one. So he had his mom made him a strawberry pie or strawberry shortcake. And here we have, there's a cupcake right there. Let's see if we've got some others. I know I've got one there. But I texted a friend and she said she would make him a pie. So I asked if he wanted to go with me but I had to go over to her house. I came up with something that wasn't exactly true. And he did. And when I walked outside with the pie, he was just like, yay! So that was a fun surprise. So I will have to find some cupcakes or a cupcake or something, because otherwise I can't use this particular little saying there. I could get, let's see, let me pull these out. I've got some other. Life is a combination of magic and pasta. Try new recipes, learn from your mistakes. One cannot think well, love well, sleep well if one is not dine well. Oh, now if I did this one, all you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. Now if I did one like that, then I could use, where were these? There were some like this. I could definitely use that. And we could do another. Let's just switch this up a little bit. Choo, choo, choo. Just, you know, it just gives another little layer. It doesn't have to be like something that's brilliant or, you know, just whatever. I could also even bring in an element like this, which is this is an extremely old vintage lace doily type of a something that I acquired at some point. So, well, I think what I'm going to do, what if I were to put those just on this? That's a little, I want it a little lighter color. So let me get the back of one of my papers, or you know what, maybe I could do those on this, the pink. Let's try that. Let me find my cupcake stamp, and we'll stamp, if I can find it, here. Ah! A strawberry, that might be a good one. Come on, cupcake, where? Oh, there we go. There we are. Okay. Now, let me get a stamp pad of ink. I'm going to do this in black. And I think for this purpose, I'm just going to just go along the edge right here. That's not perfect, but I think it'll work. We will put the ink pad away. And let's just cut this one. When I was just into my quilting, doing that before I started doing mixed media, if someone had tried to take my pinking shears and cut paper with them, that could probably have cost them their life. Not literally, but I would have just been like, ah! you can't do that. But amazing how, it just depends upon what's important to you as to some of your tools and that type of thing as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back together and put those away so that I've got them for reference. Let's take a look at this. How's this looking? Let's see if we add this element. I think it's fine. It's kind of cute. And I like the other element here as well. So we can put that and this, and then we'll let this overlap her just a little bit. That gives it a little more, raises it. Makes it a little more interesting. And let's get a marker and color just for fun. Let's color the little cherries on top. Just a teeny little bit of punch. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and edge around her just a little bit. Doing it with my sponge dauber. Sponge dauber. Sponge makes me think of SpongeBob SquarePants. My son, our youngest son, used to love that. I think he still does kind of enjoy. It's just kind of a wacky cartoons. He's a sponge from the waters, from the sea. And that's a cartoon about him and his buddies. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll glue this down. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And not spending, well, the time involved, honestly, is just kind of deciding what little bits of art you want to put here and there. And you don't have to, like I said earlier, you don't have to do all the layering and whatnot that I'm doing. It's just fun for me. I just enjoy it. And it's kind of, I don't know, just sort of one of those things that I do that I enjoy. Okay. And this, really, you guys, this is ugly. I need to get rid of that. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so I want to put this here, and then these little cupcakes will be down here. I think I want to trim that as much as I can and make that smaller. So it's definitely, yeah, I want to keep that enclosed in this little area here. And then I'll put, okay. So we will just add a little bit more stick glue, and there again, there's no rule. You don't have to use sewing machine. You use whatever glue you're comfortable with. I just use this, and then I will take it to my sewing machine and I will add a little bit. You know what? I think I'm going to bring this down because I want to show this in between here. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch around, and then I'm going to take one of these cards and I'm going to put my glue down. I'll put it together. I'll trim around. See this? I'll just trim the corners to match the corners on these. I'll stitch all the way around, and then I will come back and show you. The reason I wait to do this step is so that when I show you the back of the card, you don't see the stitching lines of things I've done previously. So you've got a really nice surface for journaling. If that doesn't matter to you, then you can put this on at the same time and then do your stitching, and then, you know, you have your back, but your stitching is showing through. It's just personal preference. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I have stitched down around here, and around the gal there. I'm going to go ahead and do this burnishing on the back to kind of make the stitching go down a little bit. It pops up when you're stitching paper. It has a tendency to make it pop out, and I want to eliminate that. So some of my, you can see some I leave threads on, some I don't. It just kind of depends on what kind of, like this does not have anything on. This has some in a cluster. This has a little here, you know, a little where I started and stopped. It just really depends upon what your fancy is. I'm going to go ahead and clip these on the back because I'm going to stitch over all this. So this will be all covered up anyway. And I don't know that I want all of that showing. I'm just gonna, on this particular one, I think I'll just go ahead and clip just because I've started clipping. I don't know. Add the threads to my jar. Remember when I showed you this a couple of videos ago, and it was, I emptied it out, and look how fast it starts to accumulate again. And there again, it's just a reminder to me that I need to do another video on making the fabric out of those threads. Okay, this is just fun. I mean, I like this. It's very simple. So it's going to, here's the top, and here's the top. So I'm going to do this. And by the way, it does really require the sound additives. Without those, I can't guarantee the work. Oh, crazy stuff. And as you can see, oh, I think I was going to do all this before I came back, wasn't I? Well, this is fine, because I want to show you anyway. I mean, this is how it works. So now I'm going to trim this off, kind of match, and trim this to match. We'll go to this next one, and then last one here. Get rid of those little guys. So I will stitch around the edge. I will come back and we'll almost be done. Okay, here we have the finished card. Stitching all the way around. I love the added texture and look that this gives. And then the very last thing I'm going to do with this card is I'm going to go ahead and edge around both sides. So I will kind of vintage or grunge, or anyway, we'll kind of frame this little ICAD card. And it will be, let's see, so today's 26th, and I was 3 behind, so 23rd, no, 24th, 25th, 26th. So this is the 24th. I'm doing this is for day 24. And see, I did leave these little threads from the starting and stopping on this one. Okay. This is good. I'm happy with that. On to another one. Okay, let's do another one. And this one, look what I found. Oh, my. Just, you know, from another one of those little booklets that I have. Let's put that away and move that out of the way. Let me just tidy up my workspace here for just a sec. Clear some of this out. I find I think better when I have more room to move around. Okay, let me get my scissors moved out of the way. Okay, there. Now I've got a little bit more space to work with. Okay, so 6 inches. I want 6 inches this way. And this is 5.5, so it's going to take that whole thing. So I'm just going to cut off this much to start with. And let's measure 3 inches. And I will mark that. And we will fold that. Where was that? Right here. Okay. Keeping in mind, again, I want 3 inches by 5 inches. That's the size of the ICAD cards. Let's see. So I think I'm going to come in on both sides here just a little bit. There's the 3. We'll just trim that and trim there. Get rid of that. And then I have just a little bit to trim on this side as well. Okay. Okay. Ooh. You know, I might want 2 separate. I might want this because this looks good too. And then this, I think that's what we're gonna do, you guys. For this one, let's go ahead and just kind of burnish that. We'll fold it a couple of times and then we'll just rip it in half. And we'll have 2 more cards. And they've got the pink, definitely. Okay, let's work with this one first. Words, phrases, cooks. This is what I did with the one card, just putting, which I think I kind of like that. Let's look and see what I haven't used yet. That's too big for that one. And that's chocolate, so that doesn't fit for a strawberry cake. Well, it could be. Learn from your mistakes, be fearless, have fun. Pasta, no, not pasta. It's in the kitchen. These are too big. This is the smallest one that I have. Would that be okay, you think? Why not, right? Let's do that, and this is going to be just a very, very simple. So, what I'm going to do is I love these pens. This is Jetstream. It's a .38. It's a super fine. It's a Mitsubishi. Let's see. .38. Anyway, it's a very, very fine line. And I absolutely love it. I don't like a big, thick, heavy pencil or pen. And when I came across these, anyway, when I order, I don't order one, I order 5 or 6 at a time so that I, have them on hand. Okay, now to bring this ugly paper back, as we are going to just go around the edge here. And there again, I'm doing this funky, where it's giving it this extra texture that I'm really is really kind of cool. I'm liking that a lot. Okay. Move that out of the way. We'll put this here. We will, what did I do with my stick glue? A little bit there. Put that down. And I will stitch around here. In fact, I'm just not even going to turn the camera off. I'm going to go ahead and do my stitching over here real quick. And be right back so we can continue. I'm getting kind of excited to get caught up. I let these, that's the thing with this. You let it go a day and you're way behind. So, here we go. I like that. It's very, very simple. Simple is good. Simple works. We're going to trim these off. And I will, again, just stitch around the whole thing. But first, I'm going to fit it on like so. kind of hurrying here now because I want to hopefully get to the third one before the video shuts off. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay. I'll stitch around it real quick. Hang tight, close your ears. If this bothers you, I am just carefully going around my edges, stitching it down. I change the length of my stitch when I'm stitching on paper. Currently I'm using a 2.4. Normally when I'm stitching fabric I use a 2.2. And it depends upon how many layers I'm stitching through on the paper. Sometimes I stitch, more than the 2.4, obviously. Okay, here we go. Let's just get that done. Let's get that edged. And put this ugly paper here again. I'm gonna get a new sheet. You guys are gonna be like, oh, she did. I just hate to, waste. I won't use this particular one in my art, but I absolutely will use it for something like what I'm doing right now. And it'll work very well. Okay. And I noticed that just a teeny bit is coming loose, so I'm just going to put just a teensy bit of my fine glue, my glitter glue. Come on. Okay. I mean, strawberry cake, pink frosting, yum. Okay, one more to go. And I have this as a base. And what do I want to do? Personality pudding, Indian pudding, rice and spice pudding, ice cream parfait pie. Hello. What goes into personality pudding? Huh. That just to me looks like regular, I don't know where they get these names, but I kind of like the name. So I'm going to cut the name out, trim it out, and use that perhaps somewhere in here. Let's see. We'll set this off to the side. Personality pudding. I like that. Let's bring in a couple of different elements this time. We haven't used lace, and we haven't used, this could be a cherry cake too. So this could be the cherries on top, little something going through. This could be soft as silk cake, says such nice things about you. Ooh, toot toot. Russell Stover. Okay, what do you think? Help me out, guys. Let's look at some of these others and see what we've been doing. I've also got stickers. A lot of stickers as well. Maybe I want to bring some stickers in here. Let's see. I've got baking recipes. This could go here. We could have personality pudding. Could be kitchen. That would look good too. And here's home cooking. Oh, I like that. Home cooking. Okay, let's set these aside. I'm just kind of trying to do this a little quicker, so you are here with me. Home cooking. You know what? We're just not going to overthink this one either. And we are talking really easy peasy. Why am I using the personality pudding? I don't know. It just grabbed my fancy. Maybe, it should be something making memories to last a lifetime. Maybe that would be a better one. Memories to last a lifetime. That could work. Or here's what we remember from our childhood. We remember forever. That's true. Good and bad. Family tree. Happy. Love. Home, where our story begins. Making memories for a lifetime. Well, I do like this, but I already put that home cooking one on. And if I were going to use the memories, I probably would have put it up here. And I'm already, see, this is, I'm like, okay, now I'm stuck. You know what? I'm going to use this little bit of a snippet here, this little saying. And these books that you can get, these, like in a junk store or something for $1. I like that. Look at that. And that's with the pink writing. And then I will very carefully lift up my sticker and put this underneath. Okay, so I'm good with that. So this time I want to have this stay. I don't know if I'm going to stitch this one. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's glued securely, which is why I'm using my fine liner glue. And let's bring the ugly guy back over. I'm also going to have to, okay, wiggledy wiggledy, wiggledy piggledy. I don't know if this is gonna work, you guys. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's just set that to the side. I know. It shouldn't matter that much, right? It should not be that big of a deal to where I can just... that is not going to work. This old paper, it is on here. It is stuck. Okay, so that means I'm going to just smooth this back out. Okay. Ugh, what a mess. What a mess. Okay, but that's, you're seeing the real me. All right. Because of that, I have to make this much smaller. So I'm going to cut off more. And then I can put it on. And that'll probably look better anyway with a little bit of the, I don't know what color that is, kind of like a pumpkin. A light pumpkin color. All right, let's try this once more. Let's try this once more, guys. See if I can get this right. Okay. Okay. Put a pin in. And let's do this. And I got some glue because, well, you saw the mess that I created. Okay. 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 Oh my. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Now, in this one, I may want to do another girl. Just one of these, perhaps. Let's see if I've got a pink one. Pink one, pink one. Or we've got these. Those are kind of fun. Do I have a pink? I do. I've got a pink. This is the one I was thinking might go well here. I like. Okay. Let's just call that good. Sorry for just whipping you through this, you guys. This has just been, I'm so close to being caught up that I'm just like, oh, I gotta do it. And then, of course, there's always tomorrow where if I don't do one, then I'm behind again. So I just need to try to keep up on those. Alrighty. Now, I will again do this, but I won't torture you with that. I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay, guys, here is the last one for day 26, which is today. Thank you for helping me. Did these 3 pretty fast, all things considering. And then, of course, I am adding them to my others. I'm excited. I've got a lot that I can put in my kitchen journal. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I hope that you are well. I hope that you are safe and that you are happy. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.